Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is Chandra Prashant. Today we are going to discuss about one of the most interesting topics, that is chiplets, the future of semiconductor design. Okay, what are chiplets? Okay, so did you know that chiplet market is expected to grow from about 43 billion in 2024 to nearly $145 billion by 2030? That's a huge growth. Today, many semiconductor companies are moving from traditional chip design to new approach called as chiplets. As technology is moving beyond 3 nanometers and the demand for artificial intelligence and high performance computing is increasing, chiplets are becoming more important than ever. So, what are chiplets? Why chiplets? What are the advantages of chiplets? Why companies like AMD, Intel, NVIDIA, Apple are interested in chiplets? Let us discuss all these things in this video. Don't skip this video. Please watch the video until the end so get a complete understanding about the chiplets. So what are chiplets? Before understanding about the chiplets, let us understand the traditional approach. Okay, traditionally companies build a processor on a one single large chip. So this is called as monolithic SoC. In monolithic SoC, everything is placed on a single die, such as CPU, memory controller, I/O blocks. Everything is placed on a single die. All these components are built together on a one chip. So for many years, this method will work very well. But as AI is growing very rapidly, but nowadays the things are changing completely. Okay, so that's why we are looking for chiplets. So modern chips. Okay, so modern chips are need more and more transistors. To add more transistors, companies make the chip larger. Okay, so but when the chip becomes larger, manufacturing becomes difficult. Defects become more common. Production cost increases, and there are limits on how large a single chip can be made. So building one giant chip is becoming expensive and challenging nowadays. This is where the chiplets help. Okay, so in this picture you can clearly see the difference between the chiplets and SoC. So it is a chiplet. Okay, chiplets have small area, easy to manufacture, few defects, high yield, low cost, scalable and practical. If you have a large SoC, everything on a single chip, we have a very large area, more defects, low yield, very high cost. Okay, limited by electrical or wafer. So these are the disadvantages of the monolithic SoC. Okay, so what is the idea behind the chiplets? So instead of building one large chip like this, the companies will divide the chip into several small chips. Okay, all small chips we can call it as a chiplets. This is one chiplet, this is one chiplet, this is one chiplet, like that. Each chiplet is manufactured by different vendors. Each chiplet is manufactured separately. Okay, later, so all the chiplets are connected together using advanced packaging technology such as 2.5D packaging, 3D packaging, etc. When all the chiplets are connected together, they work like a one complete system. Okay, so best example of chiplets is Lego blocks. Okay, so we all are see these Lego blocks. So Lego blocks are just like a plastic building pieces made by Lego group. So instead of building one huge block, you can connect many small blocks together. So this is the main basic idea behind the chiplets. Okay, so instead of building a very large block, we are building very small blocks together. Okay, to make a complete SoC. So it is a simplified chiplet standard package view. So a chiplet can be a processor core, it can be a memory block, it can be a I/O driver, okay, or it can be a signal processing unit, etc. But so this is one chiplet, this is one chiplet, this is one chiplet, etc. The chiplets are designed to be used in a chiplet-based architecture in which multiple chiplets. So it is a one chiplet, another chiplet, another chiplet. So all these are connected to a standardized high-speed digital interface. Okay, form a complete SoC structure like this. Okay, It is simplified chiplet standard package view. So what are the benefits of chiplets? What are the benefits of using chiplets? Okay, so first benefit is better yield and low cost. Okay, it can produce very high yield compared to SOC, monolithic SOC, and different technologies can be combined. So if you can see, so it is an one large SOC where you can have a multiple chiplets. So this chiplet is manufactured using 3 nanometers and GPU 3 nanometers. So logic can be built using 3 nanometers. Okay, but IO node can be built using older techniques. Okay, so this can also work. So actually the different technologies can be combined. Okay, so this actually helps the performance while reducing the cost. So even though it is not from 3 nanometers, it works very well with the remaining chiplets. And next one is faster product development. Okay, companies can reusability. Companies can reuse the same chiplets in different products so that it can save the development time for companies. And next advantage is to build very bigger systems. Chiplets make it possible to connect multiple dies together. So this allows companies to build a larger and more powerful systems. Okay. So along with these advantages, there are several advantages like optimized power and performance. Next one, low manufacturing cost. And next one is a major advantage of chiplets is flexibility. Okay, suppose think of like this, higher flexibility. So it is manufactured by one vendor, it is manufactured by another vendor, this is manufactured by another vendor, like this. So this chiplet can be replaced. Okay, this chiplet can be easily added or removed according to our requirement. So okay, to adjust the functionality and performance of the SoC. If you don't want this chiplet, means we can just remove this chiplet and you can replace with another chiplet from another company. Okay, so that it will works fine. Okay, it is a major advantage of this higher flexibility and scalability. Next one, so if you can see in this slide, so it is a yield for a monolithic SoC. The yield is around 66.7%. So it is a structure of monolithic SoC. So if you can see the structure of these chiplets, so it is a structure of chiplet. Okay, here you can get a yield is 97.3%. That means yield is almost high compared to monolithic SoC. That's why we prefer chiplets than SoC. So next one, challenges with the chiplets. You know, every system has its own advantages and disadvantages. Chiplets also have some disadvantages. So the first disadvantage is connecting multiple chiplets efficiently. Okay, so high speed, low latency interconnects are essential for seamless communication between chiplets. Otherwise, it leads to problems. Next one, generally chiplets will produce more heat. Okay, so it is also one of the major disadvantage. Next one, if all these are the chiplets, suppose all these are the chiplets and each chiplet is manufactured by different companies, and testing and verification of chiplets from different companies is becoming a challenge nowadays. And another important issue with the chiplets is communication between the chiplets. So nowadays this problem can be solved by the industry by using the standard called as UCIe. It is Universal Chiplet Interconnect Express. Okay, this is the standard introduced by the companies to build a communication between the chiplets. Okay, generally this UCIe is helpful to make the chiplet communication faster, reliable, and compatible across the different designs. So let's discuss about UCIe brief. So UCIe, so Universal Chiplet Interconnect Express. So one major reason for the growth of chiplets is UCIe. Okay, UCIe stands for Universal Chiplet Interconnect Express. So many leading companies support it, including Intel, AMD, TSMC, ARM, etc. The goal of UCIe is simple: allow the chiplets from different companies to work together. Main advantage of UCIe is the communication between the different chiplets. Okay, so it makes the communication faster, reliable, and compatible. Okay, So generally, UCIe 3.0 was released in 2025. It is the latest version. So they have the speed up to 64 giga transfers per second. So it has a better management features, better debug support, and support for advanced 3D hybrid bonding. So UCIe version 2.0 was released in 2025. All these are the features of this UCIe 3.0. So this makes it easier to build chiplet-based systems, encourages innovation, and reduces vendor lock-in. So companies leading the chiplet revolution. So first company using the chiplet technology is AMD. So AMD Ryzen and EPYC processors uses chiplet technology. So AMD connects chiplets using a technology called as Infinity Fabric. AMD uses CCDs or IODs like 4 chiplet dies, input output dies. So AMD's MI300A and MI300X will take this idea even further. They use standard chiplets that combine the CPU, CPU and HBM. Okay, so all these chips are designed for AI and high performance computing. Okay, so Intel also playing major role. So along with the AMD, so Intel also playing major role in chiplet revolution, chiplet technology. So one famous example for Intel is they also uses chiplet technology. One famous example is Ponte Vecchio. Okay, Ponte Vecchio. So it is a code name for a high performance GPU architecture by the Intel. Okay, given by the Intel, code name for a high performance GPU architecture. So why the Intel choosing this name? Why? Because it is an Italian name. Okay, Ponte Vecchio means world. Okay, Ponte means bridge. Okay, so it is an historic bridge. It is a complex historic bridge. So that the bridge is made up of many connected parts. Okay, so like that chiplet also built using many connected parts. SOC, large SOC is also built in like very small chiplets like this the bridge. Okay, that's why they have chosen this name Ponte Vecchio. So large SOCs are built from very small chiplets connected together. That's why they have chosen this name Ponte Vecchio. It is Italian name. Even NVIDIA also using these chiplets. So for many years, NVIDIA preferred large monolithic chips. However, reports suggest that future Rubin GPUs after Blackwell may use chiplets. Even Apple also interested in using chiplet technology. Apple also uses chiplet-like design approach. Its M series ultra chips connect multiple max dies together to achieve high performance. All these companies are involved in chiplet technology. The chiplets in 2026. The chiplets are becoming more common in many areas, powering the next wave of innovation. Like in 2026, we are using data centers, automotive systems, and edge AI applications. As computing needs continue to grow, chiplets are helping companies deliver better performance and efficiency. The future of VLSI design. So chiplets will going to change the future of VLSI. The chiplets match perfectly with the many modern semiconductor trends, such as AI-driven PDA, 3D IC technology, better power efficiency, custom silicon design, etc. So now my question is, will chiplets completely replace monolithic chips, monolithic SOCs? The answer is completely no. Very big no. Why? Because still many of mobile and low cost devices are using monolithic SOC, not chiplets. Okay, so where we can use chiplets for high performance computing, chiplets becoming the preferred choice, not the SOCs. Okay, so the semiconductor industry is moving toward modular design, and chiplets are leading this change. That's why the chiplets are becoming shaping the next era of semiconductor innovation. Okay, thank you.